Great, grand. Microphone. Good old microphone. Always causing problems. Microphone. Are we there now? Is it working? Hello. Seems to be working now. Ah, and the health is better now, probably because there's actual sound. That's my guess. We still don't have anybody in chat. Is chat not working? Hold on. Let me see if I can. How many things do we think is broken? Let's see. Oh, there's Dustin. Hey, Dustin. How's it going? We're dealing with technical difficulties, apparently. There we go. Okay. All right. So everybody can hear me now? Yes, I think so. I think that's the case. How are you doing today, Dustin? I hope you're doing well. Rick is here. What is going on in this place and where am I? There we go. We've got people here. We got Unpacked is here. Dakota, how's it going? I am doing well. My computer decided, I guess, to just like have a little bit of a hiccup, so the microphone just stopped working. I have a Yeti mic, and I recorded all of my videos for this coming week this morning before doing this, and my microphone worked fine. I walked away for an hour to go and get some lunch and, like, you know, get ready to do the grab bags at 2 o'clock. And I came back, and my Yeti mic was just, like, not working. It just stopped working. What do you mean, leaky sound? What do you mean, leaky sound? Man, there's some mad delays in this. Holy moly. It is really weird how they do that sometimes. I don't know why it is, but it happens. It happens. Milo's here too. What's up, Milo? And hey, Bob. I hope you're doing well. USB power suspension? I don't know. Whatever. I just unplug it and plug it back in and it works fine. Yeah. I'm doing well. Charla's doing well as well. She's getting ready for some craft sales. She's got like 3 of them coming up. For those of you who don't know, my wife sells spices and popcorn seasonings from an Etsy store. They are all very delicious, and I recommend that you try them at some point if you are so inclined to those things. Her taco spice is amazing, so if you like tacos and you like making homemade tacos, it's like mwah, mwah. I'm selling your spices right now.
I hear.
See, she hears me. Charla is a spicy woman. That's correct.
Muy caliente.
Muy caliente. Caliente, Charla. That's a ode to Jim Gaffigan. So, grab bags. Hello. How are you all doing on this fine Saturday? I hope you're doing well. Let me tell you. I opened up the One of Everything this week. I filmed it this morning. Wow. Just wow. We're not adding anything to the top end. We're not adding anything to the top end of the yellow sleeves. But, my goodness. As you all are aware, we do have a Karn. Karn has been added. There he is. Karn in all his glory. He is there. Karn is there. Hey, Carl, how's it going? So, we've got, I think everybody we've got on board here. Tell me if you don't see your name and you think you should. There were 2 people that payments didn't go through. I messaged them and didn't hear anything back from either of them. So if you guys are watching and you didn't see your name, that is because your payment didn't get processed, and you'll have to take a look at it and let me know. And if you don't see your name, and then I put a bunch of cards off the bottom of the screen so you guys can't even see them all. So there's, you know, hashtag professional, right? Of course, we've got a couple people here. There we go. All right. So if you don't see your name and you think you should, or you don't see your name and you want to see your name, by all means, go check out my Patreon page. But I think we have everybody. So of course, we're going to shuffle everything up here, and we're going to do the additional pulls. Your name is there, Rick, yes. We've got you. Even affected a long-term patron. Wow. That's unfortunate, Unpacked. It happens from time to time, though, right? Like, I don't know about you, Unpacked, but I've noticed that, like, I've actually been having a slow decline in patrons. I was around, like, the 30 to 32 number of patrons. I'm now down to about 25. And so it's not been like, it wasn't like a huge loss. It's been like, you know, like one a month or like 2 a month, right? Like for the past like 3 or 4 months. So, you know, and I mean, not everybody can afford to support people with monetary value. So I don't blame them, but you know, it's never great to see. So we've got Rick, we've got Eric W, we've got Eric with a K, we've got Carl, we've got Kairu, we've got Dustin, we've got Ian, we've got Jordan, we've got Broke Honky, we've got Jonathan, we've got Matthew N, we've got Tony, we've got Gamer Geek, we've got Mike V, we've got Jeremy, we got MTG Unpacked, we've got Ken C, we've got Milo / eBay, we've got Raphael, we've got Logan B, and we've got Father Frodo. That's good. That's good. Influxes are always nice to see, for sure. So I'm glad to hear that you're getting some people. Yes, happy grab bag day, everybody. It's funny too. So okay, so you guys have seen my video from yesterday, I assume. If you didn't see it yet, you know that I opened up a Mycosynth Lattice, and I mentioned in the video that it was $10. And if you haven't seen the comment, or you saw the video and didn't see my comment that I pinned, yes, I know. There have been a number of people who have left comments saying, hey, that card's $30. I go, yes, you're absolutely right. But when I filmed the video last Saturday, it was $10. It went up to $30, I think, on like Tuesday, right? It was Monday or Tuesday that it went up to $30. And it was due to the spoilers that came out over the weekend for the Mythic Invitational, right? Oh yeah, I talk to him quite regularly, Rick. He actually has, you know, since I've met him twice in Toronto now, Father Frodo and I have exchanged phone numbers. Yeah, it's a huge price shift, like triple in price, right? In a matter of like days. The hilarious thing here is that I actually had one up on my store, and I sold it on Tuesday night, not having known that there was such a huge price shift. So, unfortunately, I sold it for like $10 when it's actually like $30. But hey, you know, this is what happens with the market, right? I mean, it's volatile. You're going to end up selling cards. Now, that being said, the price had already jumped, right? So really, the price on my website should have been that high. It just didn't update because the update thing that I have on my site requires me to kick it off, and I just forgot to kick it off that night. So it didn't update, unfortunately. But how's it, you know, that these are things that happen, right? You bought a foil expedition land for $20 and a few days later it was over 80. Yeah, like this is what I mean. Like the MTG market is very volatile. Cards can shift, you know, tens of dollars, 20s of dollars in a matter of, you know, hours, let alone days, right? So like some sort of information comes out from some event and a price can shift, you know. In this case, it went up 3 times, right? So 300% increase, right? I guess, or is it 200% increase, right? To get to 3 times the value, right? Pretty crazy. Yeah. So I mean, like it's been good, and also hello Trashfire. It's good to see you, man. We haven't seen you in a long time. Hey Raphael, you did make it. We haven't even started yet. Look, you made it to the very beginning. Your mass buy of jackalopes didn't affect the market in the slightest. Well, you know how it goes. Hey Eric, how's it going? Welcome everybody. We were just chatting about Mycosynth Lattice and how it went up in price by a large amount. So, we've shuffled this up. We've got everybody in there now. Let's talk about what we have in here. We've got Teysa with, I believe, something else. Yeah, Teysa's in here with Tassiger, because these cards are about $1 a piece, but not quite $1, so we've got them together. We've got a Detection Tower with something else as well. A Vines of Vastwood. It's pretty funny combination, in my opinion. We got a Lightning Bolt, a Faithless Looting, Caves of Koilos, Thing in the Ice, which went up in price crazy compared to what I remember. We've got Ulvenwald Hydra, Mystical Tutor, Path to Exile, a Waste, which actually gives you one of each full art land, so you get a Plains, Island, Swamp, Mountain, Forest, and a Waste. We've got Cast Out, which actually probably needs to be removed because I don't think it's over $1 anymore, so we'll take that out. Hollow One, I'll probably put it with something else. So we've got a Hollow One, we've got a Myriad Landscape, we've got Phantasmal Image, which is quite a bit more expensive than I remember. As Foretold, which is seeing a price jump right now. Lotus Cobra, Eladamir's Call, Hallowed Fountain, Thousand Year Storm, Glenelender Archmage, Terramander, Wear and Tear, Mutagenic Growth, Full Art Plains from Unstable, All is Dust. Okay, so Mr. B with the silver text. There's one of these in this pile. That is what we talked about before, which is one of these. It is a full package that will come to you sealed of one of each basic land from the Grand Prix series. Okay? So that's been added to the patron pile now. Okay? Heritage Druid, Nahila, or Najila, Doom Whisperer with nothing else. Okay, Price of Progress Foil? Yeah, Foil. Foil Thought Erasure. Foil Pyroclasm. Full Art Swamp, which is another full art land cycle. Vindicate, Hinterland Harbor, Patriarch's Bidding, Crows and Grip, Vanquisher's Banner, another Cave of Koilos, Field of Ruin, Lord of the Accursed with something else. What is in here? Beast Whisperer. It's not bad. Not a bad little combo. Nullstone Gargoyle, Perilous Fouriers, Multani, Greater Good, Angel of Sanctions, Primal Amulet, Mountain Full Art, Search for Azcanta, Golgari Thug, Mirror Gallery, Foil Creeping Chill, Shivan Reef, and another Hollow One. So there's a couple duplicates in the patron pile, but that just goes to show you, like, you know, this is stuff that we've opened from packs, right? I mean, we did have 2 Baby Jaces at one point, right? So we've given them both away, but we did have them. Well, Raphael, maybe you can trade whatever you get with whoever gets it if they get the, you know, the Vanquisher's Banner or whatever, right? You by all means, patrons, if you guys want to trade cards with each other and have me send them out, by all means, just tell me, right? And you can chat amongst yourselves, and if you're here live in chat and you want to do it, it's not hard for me to make the switches as long as you both agree. Yeah, Real Viking, you got one of those Baby Jaces, I remember. You were super excited about it too, because I think I had pulled it for you without you knowing. right? And I had sent it to you, and you opened it on your channel, and you were like, "Whoa, baby Jace!" And I was like, "Yeah, sweet." Or at least you did a video of unboxing it or unpacking it on your channel. I saw it. Even if maybe you knew about it, but yeah. All right. Let's get started, right? Let's get started. Who's first? First up is Eric. Eric, you're walking away with a nice Shivan Reef. Congratulations, Eric. Who's next? Logan. Logan's walking away with that Angel of Sanctions, and it does come with something else here. Athalia's Lieutenant. So you're getting a double white rare this week. One being a mythic. Ian's walking away with the Lord of the Accursed with the Beast Whisperer. So some pretty nice cards there. Lord of the Accursed is a very good uncommon. Nice for zombie deck. Carl! It's your turn, Carl. You gonna get a foil? Well, you're gonna get a Hallowed Fountain. I hope that's okay. Nice Shockland. Hopefully you don't complain too much about that. Milo. Milo is here. Let's see what Milo gets. Milo, you're getting a Wear and Tear. There you go. A little uncommon from Dragon's Maze, which is actually worth like $1.50, $2, somewhere in there. Like, it's crazy. Eric, you're here too, Eric W. You're walking away with that Mutagenic Growth. Nice Phyrexian pump spell. MTG Unpacked. Walking away with that Caves of Koilos. There it is. Not in your colors of jackalopes or goblins. I'm sorry, but you know, you'll have to deal with white and black if that's all right. Gamer Geek. You're walking away with a Path to Exile, I should say. Ooh, Path to Exile. Dustin C. You're walking away with a foil Pyroclasm. So there you go. Dustin, I think you're here because I saw you at the beginning of the chat. If you want to trade with somebody, I know Carl's been looking for some foils, right? Tony's walking away with a Hollow One. There you go, Tony. Hollow One's a sweet card. Very good for a cycling deck. Kairu is walking away with the Detection Tower with the Vines of Vastwood. So there you go. There you go, Kairu. Congratulations. Jeremy's here. Walking away with a Frozen Grip. Now just remember, everybody, these are the extra pulls, right? Everybody's going to get something sweet. All right, Raphael, you're walking away with a sweet Vindicate from Apocalypse. It's the original printing of Vindicate. Matt N is walking away with that 1,000-Year Storm. It's time for you to build that Storm deck, sir. You're going to have to do it. Next FNM, I want to see it. Father Frodo, well, I guess the next FNM after you get it in the mail. How about that? Father Frodo's walking away with an All Is Dust. Very nice removal spell right there. Blow up all the things. And by that I mean they sacrifice them, so it gets around indestructible and all that good nonsense. Jonathan is next with a Search for Azcanta. Nice. Does anyone want your Wear and Tear? Alright. Broke Honky. Broke Honky's walking away with that Vanquisher's banner. Alright, Carl. You're off. Have a good day, Carl. Thanks. We'll see. You can catch the rest of it later. It'll still be here, I promise. Rick's walking away with that Primal Amulet. Ooh, there you go, Rick. A nice little colorless artifact to add to your EDH deck. Alright, so Milo's asking if anybody wants to trade the Wear and Tear. So, if anybody else is interested, let him know. Ken C is walking away with that Nullstone Gargoyle. Father Frodo, you did make it, and you just missed your pull. Jordan, you were so close. So close. Second. But you're walking away with a Nihili, or a Najila. You're walking away with a Najila as your extra pull. And last, but certainly not least, is Mr. Mike V. Mike V has been one of my longtime supporters as well. So thank you, Mike. Congratulations. You finally made it to the podium. You've only missed the extra pulls so far, Father Frodo, and us talking about Mycosynth Lattice and stuff. And also, Rick was saying he hadn't seen you in a while. And so, there you go. Alright, Mike. Mike's not here. But I know Mike. He's been a long time supporter. I really appreciate it. Mike, you have a chance to walk away with some pretty sweet stuff here. There's a Karn. There's a foil Wasteland. All right. Shall we? This is a D4. Shall we? Let's not roll a D4. Let's find a D6, right? Let's get a D6. Let's get a D6. Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That makes more sense because this will be easier to see than the D4. So let's roll this. 5. Here. Okay, what did he not get? Okay. Not walking away with a deck box. So that means a Karn or a foil Wasteland. Ooh, no Karn. But Mike, that means you're walking away with a foil Wasteland. Congratulations, sir. That is awesome. I know Mike specifically is a big guy for foils too, so this is probably right up your alley. So there you go, Mike. Thank you so much for your patronage and congratulations. That means Karn's still in here, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got there. All right, what have I got here? Okay. All right. Doesn't sound like anybody's interested in trading your wear and tear, Milo, so you're stuck with it. Stuck with it for this month. But that means it's gone and you can't get it again, so it's just gone. Now, let me make sure I have my bags here. My little baggies. Okay, we've got good placement on these so that we can get them out of there. And we can move this little thing and we can put this here because that'll make my life easier if that's over there. Okay, Mike is first because Mike was last. It does see play in Modern Burn, yes. All right, Mike, your first rare is a Clone Legion. Mythic right there. There it is, Mythic. Boom. And an End Hostilities. Two rares from the Cons block. One from Cons and one from Dragons. And then your commons and uncommons. A Bloodhunter Bat. Niblis of the Urn. Drownyard Behemoth. Frenzied Goblin. Blessing of Leeches. And Sleeper's Guile. And your foil is a Monk Idealist from Eternal Masters. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is a Timely Reinforcements. So there you go, Mike. Thank you so much for your patronage. Congratulations on your foil Wasteland. I really appreciate all your support over the years. I hope you enjoy your grab bag. There it is. Let's move on. Jordan. Jordan is next, walking away with that Nagila. Or Nahila, or however you want to pronounce it. You're going to get a Beck and Call as your first rare. And your second rare is a Rurik Thar. Good old Rurik Thar. He's fun. He's fun. Fun commander, let me tell you. Uncaged Fury. Wall of Fire. Dream Twist. Serene Steward. Spike Drone. And Cinder Wall. It's a very good card, Milo. It's a very good card. Timely Reinforce is a very good card. Spell Rupture Foil from Gatecrash. And your common or uncommon worth $1 or more is a Ghost Quarter. Who doesn't like Ghost Quarters? Very good card. Nice little land destruction package right there. There you go. Jordan, thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. Maybe you can put some of those to use with your foil squirrel nest. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Ken C. Ken C's walking away with that Nullstone Gargoyle. And we've got a Fiery Justice. And A Huron's Grace Champion. First common or uncommon. Crimson Mage. Weight of Memory. Sigardian Priest. Rage of Perforos. Whirler Virtuoso. And Mistral Charger. Let me just take my headset off here. I don't really need it. There, now I don't sound so muffled when I'm talking. And a foil rare. Foil rare for you. Congratulations, Ken. It's a foil Defiant Bloodlord. There it is. You want to foil out those sweet rares? And another timely reinforcements. There it is. So there you go. If you have less life than your opponent, you gain 6 life. If you control fewer creatures than your opponent, put 3 1/1s onto the battlefield. It's a very good card. Very, very good card. Fun fact, you don't think you've gotten the same common, uncommon the whole time you've been a patron? That's sweet. I mean, that's one of the things I'm hoping to aim for, to be honest. MTG Hermit. Like, I aim to try and keep this diverse enough and this diverse enough that you don't walk away with the same, like, cards each month, right? I don't want you to get, like, I mean, maybe sometimes playsets of certain things in here are good, but, like, I would rather you get something unique and different each time. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. Like, I keep adding stuff to this that's always different than what's already in there. So then the stuff that's in here always kind of, like, rotates and changes. So it's kind of interesting. Anyway, Rick, you're next. Rick gets 2 grab bags. So let's do Rick's first grab bag. Rick, you're walking away with that Primal Amulet. And your first grab bag is a Syndicate Trafficker. And an Oath of Ajani. Sweet Oath of Ajani right there. Returned Centaur. I don't know how many Planeswalkers you have in your sweet EDH deck, but now you've got an Oath of Ajani. Liliana's Indignation. Dragon Fodder. Goblin Heel Cutter. Phyrexian Monitor. And Factor Fiction. Factor Fiction's a really good card. And a foil High Tide Hermit. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is a Monastery Swiftspear. So there you go, Rick. That's your first grab bag. Let's get your second one. All right, second. Huh. A Bloodhull Priest. There it is. And a Skyship Stalker. Ooh, nice 4/4 Flying Bomb. You've got a Dispeller's Capsule, a Raven Guild Initiate, and a Backwoods Survivalists. As well as God-Favored General, Slaughterhorn, and Attended Knight. And your foil is a Bog Stomper. A good old Bog Stomper from M19. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more, Price of Progress. Another solid card for EDH. Nice little draw card mechanics. Rick, you got some sweet stuff to add to your EDH deck here. If you don't already have these, I should say. But I think you don't have all of them, so that's good. So there you go, Rick. Thank you so much for your patronage. Do I still have lucky cards? When you say lucky cards, do you mean like the booster packs? They're in here. They're definitely in here. There's like I think there's 5 booster packs on each side and 1 bundle on each side. And then in here there's some rares that are like fetch lands and stuff. So like there's definitely still good stuff in here. I've been adding stuff every month to each of them, right? Not a lot, but I add a little bit. So they're definitely in there. We just haven't seen them. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of cards in this box. Okay? There's a lot of cards in this box, and we only see a small percentage of them. Bro Conky's walking away with that Vanquisher's banner. Huh. Sadek, Lord of Secrets. And a Wild Pair. The booster packs. Yeah, they're in here. They're definitely in here. Invoke the Divine. Secrets of the Dead. Wailing Ghoul. Mannequin. Mana Leak. And Angelic Renewal. And your foil is a Humble. Foil Humble. You need a foil Steel Leaf champion? We should have talked to Tony. Didn't we? Like, we had like a promo Foil Leaf Steel Leaf champion. Like that was in the patron pile for a while. Anyway, you're getting a mutagenic growth. So there you go, Bro Conky. Thank you so much. is both generous and a sociopath? A psychopath? Yeah, sure. I guess those. I mean, either one. Hey, Mola Nick, how's it going? How are you doing? I don't think I have any Alpha Lightning Bolts. If I had Alpha Lightning Bolts, I would keep them. I wouldn't put them into the Patron pile probably, unless I had a lot of them. So put it this way: there's Lightning Bolts and stuff in here from Revised because I had like 20 copies of Lightning Bolt from Revised. So there's Revised Lightning Bolts in this common uncommon pile, right? Because why not? Jonathan is walking away with a search for Azcanta. Hey, a Bloodhall Priest. What are the chances of seeing 2 of those today? Probably not high. Pariah. And 1. Fruit of the First Tree. And 2. Veteran Cathar. And 3. Allied Reinforcements. Along with Sustainer of the Realm. Carnophage. And Wildborn Charger. And your foil is a Gruul Turf. Nice. Little foil bounce land. Take it, right? I mean, it makes 2 mana instead of 1, so it's very good. $289.99 is the price on TCG Player for an Alpha Lightning Bolt. A common. That's correct. And you're getting a Faithless Looting. Very nice. Faithless Looting is a sweet card as well. So there you go, Jonathan. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your grab bag. There's a nice little search for Azcanta for you, as well as some other stuff. Don't worry about it, Rick. It's all good. You've got it. Father Frodo, you're next. You're walking away with that sweet All Is Dust. Look at that. Sweet, sweet All Is Dust. Let's pull your grab bag. How about a Dictate of Krufix? And an Arashin Sovereign. There it is. Greater Basilisk. Topplegeist. Scion Summoner. Eddie Trailhawk. 100 Talon Strike, and a Rune of Protection white. Foil. Choking Tethers foil. Very nice. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more, a Distant Melody. Look at that. From Morningtide. You may have seen me open those. What's my thoughts on Esper artifacts in Commander? I mean, like, the new Tezzeret looks amazing. The new Tezzeret looks amazing, and I'm pretty sure the new Tezzeret is why Mycosynth Lattice jumped up, because all artifacts in your deck have affinity for artifacts, right? I think that's what it says. Matt, walking away with that 1,000-Year Storm. I know you're here now, so don't forget, I want to see you make the Storm deck now. Okay? Yeah, you got an All Is Dust. Yeah, it's sweet. Providence. Spirit Bonds. Skyreach Manta. Sinister Concoction. Wretched Griff. Horseshoe Crab. Gaseous Form. And Aerial Formation. And your foil? How about a foil Spawnbinder Mage from Oath of the Gatewatch? And your common or uncommon with $1 or more? How about a Counter Squall from Conflux? Look at that bad boy. Pretty nice card. It's good with new Karn, not Tez. I mean, like, I guess. Is it good with new Karn, though? Because, like, I read that Karn, and I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree. I think, at least from what I remember. Because Mycosynth Lattice is... all your cards become artifacts, right? Isn't that what it is? Wait, I have it right here, don't I? Somewhere? All permanents are artifacts in addition to their other types. All cards... oh, I see. Because it's all. So it makes even your opponent's things artifacts, so then they can't activate any of their abilities. I see. So I guess that's interesting with new Karn. It's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, Raphael. Getting that Vindicate. Hey, Cairo, how's it going? I think we already pulled your grab bag and everything. So you've missed it. I think we pulled yours already. Or did we not? I thought we did. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we haven't got to you yet. We haven't got to you yet. So you're still not too late. Hey, Tornado Joe. How's it going? Yeah, it's the buy a box promo, and it is pretty sweet. I mean, giving every artifact in your deck affinity is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Like, think about playing Darksteel Forge for, like, just for, like, 2 mana. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Raphael's walking away with that Vindicate. Let's pull Raphael's cards. Boom. A Dual Caster Mage. Nice, from Eternal Masters. And an End Hostilities. Sweet. Magma Jet. Very good card. Unburden. Thunderous Wrath. Ah, miracles. Plated Crusher. About Face. And Rewind. Nice. Some good cards. And a foil Aether Spellbomb. Look at that bad boy. From, Modern Masters? Yeah, Modern Masters. The original Modern Masters. And your common or uncommon with $1 more is a Blood Artist. It's a solid common and uncommon. Blood Artist gonna see a lot of, probably gonna see an increase in price with all the new Aristocrats coming out too, right? Because people are pretty stoked about that. Because there's a couple new ones for the Mardu Aristocrat deck, right? There's the 2 mana dude that's like, it gets a 1/1 counter whenever it deals damage, and then when it dies, it deals damage to any target. Like, yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on. Jeremy's next. Walking away with that Crozen Grip. Jeremy, you're getting an Oath of Liliana. Ooh, Oath of Liliana. Getting prepped. And a Decree of Justice. The Oath of Liliana. You need that Blood Artist for your Mono Black Vamps? Sweet. Got there. Mistfire Adept. Silver Strike. Carrion Feeder. Kametra's Favor. Elvish Lyricist. And Gempalm Avengers. And your foil is an Ember Weaver. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more, a Monastery Swiftspear. Your only red card is your common or uncommon with $1 or more. How about that? How about that, Jeremy? I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for your support. I hope you enjoy your grab bag. There it is. Get you all packaged up there. Who's next? Kairu is next. See, look, you got here just in time. So Kairu, you're walking away with a Detection Tower along with a Vines of Vastwood. The two of them paired together because I figured, you know, the land that removes hexproof with a thing that gives hexproof seems fair, right? It seems fair. And they're both about $1 a piece, so together, you know, you get something decent value. Eternal Scourge. And Akroma's Vengeance. Good old Akroma's Vengeance. Morbid Curiosity. Feral Shadow. Just the Wind. Nivix Cyclops. Expendable Troops. And Take Inventory. And your foil is a Sigarda. How about a foil Sigarda? You want a foil Sigarda? How about that? How about a foil Sigarda? Is that a cool thing? How about that? I don't know what that price is on that, but it's definitely more than $1 or $2. And a Lightning Helix as your common or uncommon worth $1 or more. There it is. Why did not everyone like the stream yet? That's fair. Father Frodo asking the real questions. Now you have to make a Sigarda EDH deck. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And I want to see it once you make it. I want to see the list once you make it. Because I'm excited about it. Helix is also great. It's very true. Tony, I think you're here. I think I remember seeing you talking in chat earlier. And Tony gets 2 grab bags, and you're walking away with a hollow one, Tony. Which is a sweet little card. 100% increase of likes. So your first grab bag is a Pulse of the Fields and an Oath of Jace. Trade it for Wear and Tear? What, the foil Sigarda? Trade the Sigarda for Wear and Tear? Is that what you're asking? Terran Ghost, Phyrexian Gargantua, Soul Catcher, Binding Mummy, Defender of Law, and War Wing Siren. How about 500%? It was 2 and now it's 10. All right, and a foil Meadowbourne, Meadowboon, or as Maholnik says, it's Santa. It's Ghost Santa. So if you can't see it, it kind of looks like a Santa hat. Like the top of it kind of looks like the red part of the hat with the thing sticking off, and then you got like the white top and then the beard here with like the kind of, yeah, like it's definitely there if you kind of look at it. Right? There it is, Ghost Santa. Foily Ghost Santa. And an Ash Barons as your common or uncommon with $1 or more. There you go, Tony. I hope you enjoy those. That's your first grab bag. Let's pull your second. What are we going to find in your second grab bag? Let's go here. How about a Stormkirk Occultist? And a Kopala, Warden of the Waves. Nice. And Cranial Plating. Very good on... What is that? What the heck is this? You guys can't see that, can you? Well, maybe you can if I get it in the right light. Look at that. Can you guys see that? Look at all those weird little marks all over this card. It's like speckled. But it's not like damage. It's like in the, it's like, yeah, because like the top of the card's not ruined in any way. That's super weird. It looks like a printing defect almost. Weird. It's got like a bunch of like speckles on it. See it? Okay, so Tony, if you don't want this because it's like damaged, tell me and I will replace it for you. All right, Reviving Melody. And it's possible, Milo, that someone like spit all over it. Who knows? Cranial Plating is a great card. Protection of the Heckma. Cessation. And Dazzling Reflection. Okay. You don't care? So do you... Okay, well then we'll just keep it, I guess. You can have this weird random card that has like this weird speckling. And a foil God's Willing. There it is. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more? A Rancor. Good old Rancor. Rancor's a sweet card. I mean, it can be. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes things happen in the printing process that like stuff just kind of like gets like stuck between the top coat layer and the last layer of ink that they put on. But it shouldn't. It doesn't happen that often, but sometimes it does. Dustin. You are welcome, Tony. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. Dustin C is walking away with 2 grab bags and a foil Pyroclasm. All right, Dustin. Spike Shot Elder. Spike Shot Elder is a sweet card. This card with Basilisk Collar. Put Basilisk Collar on here. Oof. Mwah. Mwah. Sulfuric Vortex. Arcbound Worker. Not Forgotten. Workshop Assistant. Dispel. Defender of Law. And Howlpack Wolf. And your foil is a Core Entanglers. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is an Experiment 1. Experiment 1 is a sweet card too. Mono red deck in the making, except that there's like no other red cards in the rest of the... Unfortunate. But I mean, yeah, some decent red pulls there for the rare. Dustin, your second grab bag. An Ulvenwald Tracker, as well as a Dream Stealer. Dream Stealer is a sweet card too. Deathbloom Thallid. Trial of Evidence, or Trail of Evidence, I should say. Equestrian Skill. Shielded Aether Thief. Hush. And Spire Owl. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that cutie. Look at that little cutie. Yeah, little cutie. It's a cute little owl. And your foil, Chandra's Outrage. You wish they made Experiment 2 in Allegiance? That would have been amazing if they had made Experiment 2. I agree. They missed just a home run from the aspect of just the flavor of the text from that. Dust in card and then Dust in sea. I mean, yeah, that's fair, Tornado Joe. So the other thing too that's I think is this Equestrian skill card should give horsemanship, right? That's what it should do, right? Everyone knows horsemanship is like the most overpowered ability and that no one ever knows how it works. And a Ghost Quarter. There you go, Dustin. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your grab bags. And there you are. That is April. For you, sir. Still a chance, right? Haven't spoiled the whole set yet? Well, no, it's not from... I mean, yeah, technically, they're in Ravnica still with War of the Spark. But, like, in Ravnica Allegiances, that was when the Simic Guild came out, right? And so that's when the other experiment should have come out if it was going to. Because they're the ones that do all the experiments. Gamer Geek is next with Path to Exile as their extra pull. And 2 grab bags. All right, Gamer Geek, let's see. Boom! Dragon Scale General. And an Arishin Sovereign. Ether Shockwave, Pour Over the Pages, Narnam Cobra, Dramoka Monument, Angelic Curator, Fork in the Road. And your foil is a Dream Spoiler Witches. Look at that sweet card from Modern Masters 2013. And a Counterspell. Good old classic Counterspell. Just gets right in there. Goes into any blue deck. 2 blue mana. Gideon's Phalanx. Goblin Trenches. Righteous Charge. Mad Prophet. Swift Spinner. Mog Flunkies. About Face. And Core Hookmaster. And your foil is a Vertigo spawn from Conspiracy Take the Crown. It's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet card. And your common or $100 or more is a Faithless Looting. So there you have it. Thank you so much, Gamer Geek. I hope you enjoy your grab bags for this month. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And there you are. Unpacked, are you still here? Oh no. I've run out of bags. I've run out of bags. It's fine. I have another one here. Don't worry. I've got a whole nother bag of bags right here. Everything is fine. Promise. See? Come prepared. Come prepared. Unpacked. Do you want me to pull your stuff here live, or do you want me to do it offline? I think last time you said you didn't really care. I mean, you tell me. Yes, please to pulling it off. Oh God. I don't remember how I phrased the question I asked you. Do you want me to pull it offline or pull it live? You said yes, please. Pull now. Okay. All right. All right, pull it live. All right, so Unpacked is getting that sweet Caves of Koilos. And MTG Unpacked, what else are you getting? Let's see. Boom. I don't have anything to do pack blessings with. I don't own things to do. I don't collect pop figurines, so I don't have anything to do pack blessings with. I'm sorry. I should get something but I don't have anything. I don't want to steal MTG Unpacked's bit, though. That's his thing. Yahini's expertise. Oath of Jace. Gempalm Avenger. Comparative Analysis. Drownyard Behemoth. Lightning Berserker. Slow Motion. And Firebolt. Ooh. What did I miss? What happened? Yeah, the Karn is over here. Sorry, I missed your point, Maholnik. Karn is over here. The yellow sleeves are what happens when the patrons get extra pulls. So each of these, so like for instance, you see here, Unpacked has this Cave of Koilos. That's his extra pull. The last person that we pull each week gets one of the yellow sleeves as opposed to a red sleeve. And the yellow sleeves are like the super awesome things. All right, sorry. Haha! Foil Pyroclasm. How about that? There you go. That's a couple bucks right there. Got some sweet stuff for your goblin deck. Although, even though I guess it kills your goblins, Pyroclasm's not great for a goblin deck. Freed from the Real. There it is. That's another good common or uncommon worth a couple bucks there too. So there you go, Unpacked. Thank you so much for your patronage. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to MTG Unpacked, you're doing something wrong, FYI. You should definitely go and make sure that you're subscribed to him. Same with MTG Viking as well. Make sure you go sub to him too, because they definitely both put out some solid Kraken Pack content. So if you're into this kind of stuff, make sure you go check them out. Eric W. Eric, you're here. You've been here the whole time. Thank you so much. Mutagenic Growth is what you're walking away with. That sweet Phyrexian pump spell. And you get an Ovaya, Pashiri, and a Master of the Pearls, or Master of Pearls. And you're getting a Rushing Tide Zubera, a Humble the Brute, Wailing Ghoul, Mistblade Shinobi, Stupefying Touch, and Sweep Away. Subbed and patron. See, Eric knows what's up. Eric, you're getting a foil Kozilek's Translator, which is actually a beautiful foil because of the art. The art makes this card... I'm going to take it out of the sleeve just to show it off, because it is absolutely stunning. Like, look at that. Look at that sweet, like, rainbow pattern in the water. It's a beautiful foil. It's an absolutely beautiful foil. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more is a Chain Lightning. There you go, Eric. Thank you so much. Yeah, Tornado Joe, MTG Viking is here. I think he's actually like the real. I think it's. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you're still here, Matthew. But I think it's like real Viking MTG now. I think is what it is, because another MTG Viking popped up and started making videos with the same name, and it's kind of like this funny thing. Milo. No one's wanting to trade you for this wear and tear, so you're stuck with it. It's just how it is. I appreciate it as well, Eric. So thank you so much. How about a Spell Queller, though? Does that make up for your wear and tear that you don't want? Because that's a card. Spell Queller is a card. So there you go. That's your first one. And then Aurorix Bladewing. Cowed by Wisdom, Vampire Cutthroat, Crack Clan Shaman, Elite Skirmisher, Campaign of Vengeance, and Kenra Charioteer. And your foil is an Opportunity. Foil Opportunity. Opportunity is a sweet card, by the way. Such a good card. 6 mana, draw 4 cards at instant speed. Can't complain. And your common or uncommon with $1 or more? How about an Experiment 1? There. Now you can, you can just get 2 of them and make Experiment 2 by just kind of taping them together, right? That's how that works. I think that's how that works. You make your own Experiment 2 by taping them together. And then just send the note off to Wizards of the Coast and be like, here, you guys missed this one, so I made it for you. I think that's fair. Carl's not here anymore. Carl's not here anymore, so let's pull Carl's 2 grab bags. He's walking away with that Hallowed Fountain. That Spell Queller's a sweet card, man. I'm super stoked that you got that. Gladeheart Cavalry as your first card, Carl. And then a Blade Splicer, which is a nice little rare as well. Scrounge, I should say. Geist Blast. Nature's Claim, which is a very good card. Holy moly. Mindraker. Seagate Oracle. And the Laboratory Brute. Alright, Raphael, no worries. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. And thanks for helping support the channel. I really appreciate it. And you're getting a foil Soulbright Flamekin. And your common or common with $1 more, Lightning Helix. Who doesn't like a little Lightning Helix? Tasty. That's a tasty morsel. Carl, second grab bag. 2 grab bags for Carl. Arcane Adaptation. This card is sweet, by the way. Such a good card. It has so much versatility because you can literally just make a tribal deck out of any deck you want. Nihil Spellbomb. Behind the Scenes. Bubbling Cauldron. Anointer Priest, very good as well. Lone Missionary, and a Choking Vines. And your foil, let's pull one from over here. A Ghost Chip. Woo! It's a spooky foil. And your commoner or more, Jataxian Probe. It's the, let me see. Wait, what's the thing? Didn't, like, Spice Rack just put out a video, right, about flavor text? My flesh holds no secrets, monster. The spirit of Mirrodin will fight you. I think I did it wrong. That didn't seem very funny to me. I don't know. Alright, who's next? Ian. Ian's next, walking away with that Lord of the Accursed and I think a Beastmaster? Beast Whisperer. Probe is banned? Yeah, but Probe is still over $1. Because it's not banned in Commander, right? From my understanding. It's not banned in every format. It's only banned in Modern and Legacy, I want to say. Undercity Plague. Tainted Remedy. Very good card. Tainted Remedy is a lot of fun to play with. Tears of Valakut. Call the Bloodline. Mockery of Nature. Gnarlroot Trapper, Breach, and Briar Shield. And a foil Naga Oracle. Haha! Sleight of Hand. Wear and Tear is worth more than the Hollow one? That's unfortunate, isn't it? Did Hollow one drop? Because Hollow 1 was like a $4 card. Is it now lower than that, Tony? Alright, Ian, you get another. Oh, okay. That's a way to start this, isn't it? It's $1.50. Yeah, okay. So there you go. So it is over $1 still. Okay, good. I don't want to give you stuff that's not over $1. Okay. And we've got a Siegehorn Ceratops. How about Burgeoning? What's the price tag on Burgeoning now? Because I know that it used to be, like, over $5. I don't know if it still is. Cinder Helion, Wonder, Wojak Halberdiers, I should say, Scarab Feast, Fists of Ironwood. Hey, look! Look! We found another! Another card that has this weird print error. See? Got the weird speckles all over it. And it's not like there's nothing sticky on the surface. It's almost like a void in the matte layer. That's what it looks like. Yeah, there's nothing sticky about it. It's just like a weird print error. Super weird. It is the Conspiracy print. Conspiracy Take the Crown. And a foil Haunted Fengraf. Foil Haunted Fengraf. And a Rancor. So there you go, Ian. That's your first grab bag. Burgowing is $9. There you go. Or that's your second grab bag, I should say. So there you go, Ian. I think you did pretty well this month. You seem to have definitely made your money back, that's for sure. Another super secret rare. That's right. Super secret rare common misprint card thing. Logan. Logan's walking away with that Angel of Sanctions with something else. What is it? Athalia's Lieutenant. So there you go. All right, Logan. What we got for you? Huh. How about a Supreme Verdict? Seems like a pretty good card. Supreme Verdict is a very good card. Munda's Vanguard. Wait. What is this? Frenetic Raptor? Frenetic Raptor. Wolfkin Bond. Brute Strength. Aether Chaser. Hush. And Femeref Scouts. Femeref Scouts. And Logan, getting that foil Arcbound Wanderer. There it is. Not an Arcbound Ravager, sorry. And a Faithless Looting. I know it would be a very big price difference if it was a foil Arcbound Ravager, but it's not the case, I'm sorry. You'll have to deal with the foil Arcbound Wanderer, if that's alright. Logan, here's your grab bag. Thank you so much for your patronage, I really appreciate it. And we are here. Last, but certainly not least, Eric. Eric's walking away with that Shivan Reef. I told you guys. I mean, you guys never believe me. There is good stuff in here. Profaner of the Dead. Drownyard Temple. We can't always pull good stuff, but there is good stuff in there. Curtain of Light. Pack Guardian. Oh! A booster pack. Congratulations, Eric. You get a booster pack. Tormenting Voice. Gitu Slinger. Explosive Apparatus. A foil Silk Weaver Elite. And, haha, Footsteps of the Goryo. Very nice little uncommon there. So let's put these together here like so. And Eric, let's get you your booster pack. All right, Ravnica Allegiances. Boom. Shimmer Possibility, Stormstrike, Bring to Trial, Rampaging Rendhorn, Syndicate Messenger, Root Snare, Rafter Demon, Azorius Locket, Bladebrand, First Uncommon, Clear the Stage. Tower Defense, Sky Tether. Ooh! How about an Angel of Grace? That's a pretty spicy pull. And a foil Trollbred Guardian. Nice. Super nice. Well, look at that pack. That is a pack of cards right there. There you go, Eric. Thank you so much, man. And I hope you enjoy your grab bag. There it is, all packed away for you. Boom. Look at that. I know I made it sound like I didn't want the wear and tear, but you can actually use it. Well, yeah, I mean, like, listen, it wouldn't be in there if it's not somewhat useful, because the idea is that the cards in the patron pile are cards of value, and if they're valuable, if they're over $1, that means that they see play somewhere, which means they're at least useful in some way. Maybe not useful to everybody at the time, but it is still useful. So it's all good, Milo. Don't even worry about it. There are definitely some spicier things to pull than wear and tear, and we'll get there, right? Look at that guy right there. There's just those sweet. And there's a friggin' thing in the ice and a Patriarch's Bidding. Foil Thought Erasure, which is like sees a lot of play right now. Lotus Cobra, Mystical Tutor. Foil Price of Progress, Heritage Druid. Man, some good stuff. There's some good stuff. Now, who wants a little spoiler? Who wants spoilers? Who doesn't like spoilers? I even have it right here. Right? And I mean, it's not even super spoily, right? Because I can show you the stuff from... Like, there's a pile of cards right there that you can't see. But you guys know about this stuff. Right? Like, this is from the past week, right? This is from, there's this guy. It's not even a spoiler, right? Like, this is stuff you've seen already. But this is stuff that's going to be added to next month's patron pool. right? And here's the stuff I opened today from the One of Everything series that will also be added to the Patron pile. So now all of this is stuff I have to go through and make sure that it fits properly. But, well, let's just say this, okay? I opened 10 packs, okay, for the One of Everything this coming Wednesday, okay? There are 3 mythics. We hit 3 mythics. And we are going to be adding at least 1 card from every pack to the Patron pile. How's that? How's that for a spoiler? That's like a spoiler, but not really a spoiler. It doesn't tell you what it is that we opened, right? But it tells you that there's a lot of spice. There's a lot of spice. And I'll tell you this. One of the mythics is a walker. I won't tell you which walker, but it is a walker. How about that? The other 2 mythics are both white. I'll tell you that too. How about that? There's some more spoilers for you. It's a good week. It was a good week. That's a cheeky spoiler. That's right. Cheeky spoilers is what I'm all about. It's going to be crazy. You guys are going to enjoy it. Make sure you check out the Wednesday series if you haven't already. We opened some boosters and there were cards there. That's right. So far, don't forget too, if you're a patron, and most of you here in chat are probably patrons, or even if you're not a patron, you can head over to my Patreon page and there's currently a live poll for which set to open next in our Tuesday series. And there's a bunch of sets to pick from. There's 3 sets to pick from. We're opening one of these 3 sets on our next Tuesday. If you already voted, perfect. But what I'm saying is that right now, there's only 10 votes. There's only 10 votes on that poll. We can get way more than that. I know we can. I know we can. So make sure you head to the Patreon page and get a vote in. Because that's where I'm counting votes. So if you're not voting there, your vote won't count. Right? So, like, I can tell you right now that Planar Chaos is already winning. So if you're not worried about it, you know, like if this is the one you want to vote for and you haven't voted yet, then it's what we're going to be opening right now. Right? You're 1/10 of the votes? Good. Perfect. My point is that if you haven't voted, make sure you go vote. Because, you know, I want to know for sure that we're opening what people want to see. And Dissension is part of the original Ravnica block. Yes, it's set 3 of 3 in the Ravnica block. So I'm excited to open this because I never played during this set. So all of these cards are new to me. I mean, like, I've probably seen some of them over the years. But, like, I've never played this set ever. Not once. So I'm excited to open this up because, again, I can't really show it to you guys, but I have a wall over here to my right that you can't see. And it is 3 bookshelves. And the bottom 2 shelves on all 3 of the bookshelves are binders that are all labeled. And they're all labeled for the sets. So all of the old sets are in like a 3-ring binder. All of the new sets are in binders like this. I can show you one of these by just pulling it off the shelf. So let me just see here. So all the new sets are in binders like this, right? And you can see here I've got Kaladesh on the side, CLD, right? And this is a full set. So if I open this up, right, and show you, it's the full set, including rares, right? It's at least, it's minimum 2 copies of every card, right? And this is what I do. This is my thing. So I'm missing a card here. What is this? Probably Chandra. Because it's mythic, right? And I think my Chandras are in a deck, which is why they're not in this binder. So there you go. See, like, it's a full set. It goes all the way to 249. I guess I'm missing the basic lands. I don't have the basic lands in the binder, but I could put them in. You do 8 of each? Yeah. So there you go. So, like, Tony and I are in the same boat, but I only do 4 of each. And I do 2 of each rare, right? I do 2 of each rare and mythic, unless it's a land. If it's a land, if it's like a dual land, I do 4, right? Otherwise, I do 2 of each. And so that's my, like, collection that I do. That is essentially me just doing collecting. And it goes all the way back. Where does it start? The first binder I have... Oh, no, I agree, Eric. The basics do belong in there. I just don't have them... I don't have the basics sorted to put in. That's all. So, my binders go all the way back to Mercadian Masks. Now, I'm obviously missing a few here and there, like I've got gaps. So, like, for instance, my first binder is Mercadian Masks, Nemesis, and Prophecy in one binder. Because back then, when I was collecting, I didn't have the money to buy boxes and boxes and boxes of cards. So, you know, I have one binder for those 3 sets, and each of them is like, you know, maybe I have 2 copies of one card and 0 copies of a bunch of commons and uncommons, right? Like, the number of cards I have from those sets is very limited, right? And then I have 7th edition with Invasion, Plane Shift, and Apocalypse. And then I have Odyssey, Torment, Judgment, Legion's Onslaught, Scourge, 8th edition, the original Mirrodin block, the original Kamigawa block, 9th edition with the original Ravnica block in it. Then I have 10th edition with Lorwyn, Morningtide, Shadowmoor, Eventide, the Alara block. Then I have Core 2010. Then I have Zendikar, the original Zendikar block. So right around Zendikar is where I start having binders for their own individual sets. So Zendikar is its own binder, Worldwake's its own binder, Rise of the Eldrazi is its own binder, Core 2011 is its own binder, Scars of Mirrodin, Mirrodin Besieged, New Phyrexia, Core 2012, Innistrad, Dark Ascension, Avacyn Restored, 2013, Return to Ravnica, Gatecrash, Dragon Maze, Theros, Born of the Gods, Journey into Nyx, Core 2015, Khans of Tarkir, Fate Reforged, Dragons of Tarkir, Modern Masters 2015, Magic Origins has 2 binders because I was silly and made 2 binders because I didn't realize I had one binder already made because I'm getting old. I'm losing my brain, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I've got 2 binders for Magic Origins. Then I have Eternal Masters, and then I have Modern Masters 2017. And then all my new sets started moving into the quad folios from whatever this company is, Ultragard, because they're thinner, they have zippers, and I don't have to buy sheets, and I don't have to buy binders, so the 3-ring binders are okay. They were great for when I was younger and, I needed to go and buy them, right? The quad folio binders are way more expensive, absolutely, than just buying a 3-ring binder in the sheets. But they look way nicer on the shelf. They keep the cards in better condition, in my opinion, because you can keep the dust off of them and things like that, because the sleeves are not open at the top. A 3-ring binder, everything's open, right? So at least with those, they have a zipper. It's all protected, right? I don't use theme binders because I don't buy them. I don't buy the theme binders. I mean, I could. I just don't. I just buy, like, the regular... Like, you saw the Kaladesh binder is just, like, a blue Ultra Guard quad skin, whatever they call it, binder. And then I did a silly thing when I was younger. Hey, bro, Conky. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in a second here. Hold on. Let me get this box out of the way here. There. So I did a silly thing when I was younger. And this was before I started collecting heavily. And that was, I took all my rares, out of every set, because I had all this stuff in binders. Like, I started putting this stuff in binders way back in the day. Like, so, like, Mercadian Masks and all that is in binders from, like, back when I was in high school. Right? So I took all my sets that I had rares from, and I put them all into one binder. So you can see this is Shadowmoor, Morningtide, Kamigawa, Saviors, Betrayers, original Mirrodin block, right? Like, and so, like, these are just rares that I put into this binder because I was like, oh, all of these rares are the rares that I have that people might be interested in trading or buying or whatever. So I'll put them all into one binder so that it's easy for me to find them, and they're all done by set. And I was like, wait a minute, if I'm doing collecting now, I need these to be in those binders so that I know which cards I'm missing so that I can complete my collections. So now I'm going through the arduous task of going back through these binders and pulling out the cards and putting them into their appropriate set binders and pricing them properly so that if they need to be in sleeves, they're in sleeves. It's very tedious. It's very tedious. And I'm like, past Mr. B, how could you do this? But, you know, at the time it seemed like the right choice. So, I mean, like, even if I go back here too, right? Like, I go to the back of this binder. So all of them were done by set, right? So let me just see if I can, without damaging too much stuff here. Let me move this out of the way. There we go. So at the back of the binder, I actually put in, like, instead of putting it with the sets and stuff, I was like, oh, well, these are all the lands I have and stuff. So, like, just see, like, here's, like, the original bounce lands from the original Ravnica set, right? They're not really worth anything anymore, but they were interesting to see at the time. Some 8th edition common land, or uncommon lands, white border, that were just duels, because back then they didn't have all of the crazy duels like the fetch lands and stuff, because the Zendikar blocks hadn't come out yet, right? And I mean, like, the whatchamacallit, Onslaught and stuff had come out, but it was right around this time. So things like this were actually useful still. Damn whippersnappers. Old man yells at cloud.jpg. That's right. And so, like, I put all the lands and stuff at the back of this binder, right? Like, here, look at my Lava Claw reaches. Look at all of them. They're worth nothing, but I have them. Here they are. There's 4 of them there. And 2 Stirring Wildwoods. Nice. Sweet. Right? And then here's a bunch of other lands, like a City of Brass from 8th edition. Sweet card. Right? And then, like, at the back, I was like, I'll just put all the mythics I have, because there's all these mythics I have. And so they're just from, like, random sets. Like, I even have some promos here, right? Like the Inferno Titan promo and the Frost Titan promo. Right? A foil Comet Storm from Zendikar. Don't even know where I got that from, but it's in here, right? And then these are promos from the pre-release, I think, of M11. Yeah. So these are actually from the promos of, whatchamacallit, the Duels game. I think that's what these are from. Like, they were like I think there's 2 in here, is there? No, just 1. Yeah, so, like, I just... yeah, the storage boxes, you can get them from pretty much any LGS. Lava Claw Riches of Mr. B. That's right. Yeah, that's right. The description of your Lava Claw sounds like 3/4 of my collection. Worthless, but hell, I have them. That's right. They're there. I still have them. So, I mean, like, I'm slowly going through a whole bunch of crap here, trying to find things. I like the promo card for Ravnica Allegiances, which was like I think it was like the Night Stalker vampire thing. I got 6 copies of it when I bought my boxes. I have no idea where they went. No idea. I have no clue. They're lost to the ether somewhere. I have no idea where they ended up. So someone's probably going to end up finding them one day and be like, oh, cool, some sweet foil promo mythic cards that might be worth something. I don't know. If they don't have them, they can order them in for sure. But, like, so I still have, like, all of my other stuff here, and I'll show you guys sort of, like, my process here. Since this is, like, you know, it's story time with Mr. B now. Why not? Right? We did all the grab bags. You're all here. Let's talk. So, like, I have this tray right here. I have this tray right here. And so what this tray is it's basically just my sorting things into where they need to go. And so this is white, this is blue, black, red, green, multicolor, lands, artifacts, colorless, right? And then like the rest of these are just kind of like random stuff that I have that's like kind of sitting around. Like I think this is like a whole pile of like rares that aren't necessarily worth anything, or they might be worth a little something and I just haven't sorted them or gone through them yet, right? And like, so here, I think, yeah, these are the packs that came from Becca, I believe. Yeah. Becca sent me some of these cards. So they're just kind of in here. Like, here's the snow-covered lands that somebody sent me, and I didn't know what to do with them yet, so they're just kind of like in this container. I wanted to sort them out and figure out what to do with them. All right, then I have like a bunch of promo cards here that are foil. Some of them are rare, some of them are not, right? And then like, I think this is just stuff that I haven't gone through yet, or it's stuff I went through, but it needs to be repriced. So there's a Karn in here. Like, see what I mean? Like, there's just stuff. Oh, I know what this is. This is stuff I bought from one of my friends. He had a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I need these. He was selling them to me, or not selling, but he was trading them to me, so I like went through and priced them all. And then this is just foil. This is Tony's favorite. This is just a whole pile of foil, like, guild gates and things like that. And then, of course, here you can see I've got my Nexus of Fates, which I planned to do some sort of giveaway about, and my Imperia's Great Worms. This is like a bunch of my promo cards here. See, like Nexus of Fate, Impervious Great Worm, Desecrated Tomb, Captain's Hook, right? And then I think behind it is just like a bunch of like random stuff from, yeah, Iconic Masters that doesn't really need to be here. Like it should be in a bulk box most likely. The Haunt, yeah, the Haunt is what I'm missing. I don't know where it went. I have them. I just don't know where they ended up. And then, again, more of Tony's favorite here, which is just, you know, dual lands. And in fact, I have this whole, like, you can see here, I have this whole, this is all just, all just gates or dual lands or whatever you want to call them. Cons lands, things like that. Russian to English, no. I do not want your Russian Nexus of Fates. Because as exciting as some people find having like the foreign cards and enjoy it, there's not enough people in my group that I sell to that like having the foreign cards, so it's way harder for me to move them, so then they just sit here even more so than this. Like, these are here right now because I haven't put them up on my site to sell them or anything like that. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them. I mean, they're technically, I mean, they're still in standard, so people are still playing them, so maybe I should try to move them. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with them. And then, of course, I've got, like, my lands, and you can see my sorting process is, like, red sleeves are things under 5, green sleeves are things between 5 and 10, blue sleeves are anything over 10. If it's double sleeved in a blue sleeve, like these Phyrexian Tower foils, that means that it's over 25. So, you know, this is just my sorting process and my system. So then, like, as I'm opening stuff up and pricing stuff out, I put them into these sleeves, and then I end up putting them into the binders that match the colors. And that's how I run the inventory for my store, right? So, and that's also why, like, my inventory for my store takes forever to get updated and stuff, because I have so much product to go through all the time. I never have hours in the day to get everything done. Like, look, there's a Liliana of the Veil in here. Like, there's stuff. There's stuff everywhere, okay? There's cards everywhere. Please send help. You could yellow sleeve a Nexus until it is pulled. You know what, Tony? I've been thinking about it. Well, actually, so for those of you, you know what, Eric? It's such an easy idea to just use different color sleeves and just use the penny sleeves, right? Because all these are. These are just penny sleeves for Multipro, right? You use the penny sleeves, and you just basically pick 3 colors or 4 colors and just use them to represent different price ranges. And then it makes it so much easier to have a binder that when you're doing trades with people in person and stuff, if you have a binder and they pull out, they pull out a blue sleeve and a red sleeve and a green sleeve, and you're like, okay, that's approximately this, right? Like you don't have to know the exact cost of each of the cards, but you know the approximate value. You're like, okay, you've got 1 card under 5, 1 card under 10, and 1 card, over 10, right? So now okay, we're looking at somewhere between like the $25 to $30 range, probably, depending on what cards you pulled out, right? So it works out really well in that aspect. What was I going to show you next? Oh, yes, right. So you talk about the Nexus of Fate going in, right, to the Patron pile as a yellow sleeve. I have something else that's going to be added as a yellow sleeve. And I've shown you this before. I finally decided what I'm going to do with it. That's the 8 packs, right? So there's the 8 packs that came out of this box, right? With the Ravnica allegiances. Under the skirt with MrBevers. That's right. Show you all of the... I'm showing you how the sausage is made. I'm sorry, okay? Sometimes it's better not knowing, but sometimes you just need to know, right? So, these are not Showdown boosters. These are the premium Ravnica Allegiances Planeswalker packs. They come out of a box that looks like this. So, basically, we're running a little bit low on cards for the Patron Grand Prize. So what we're going to do... Correct, the name of each walker is under the lip, but I don't want that to sway anyone. So this is... The idea here is that I'm not going to know which one is which, right? And none of you are going to know which one is which. So, what's going to happen is I'll add another card to the yellow sleeves that says you get one of these instead. Okay? And if you get drawn as the grand prize winner and you get one of these packs instead of one of the other cards that's available, we'll either roll a die or I'll lay them out and you get to pick, right, if you're here in chat when I do it live, right? And you'll get to pick, I'll pick third from the top or whatever. So I pick this one and then I'll just open it. I won't even look. I won't even look at the name that's under the lip to see who it is. I'll just open it and we'll see who you get, right? So that's the plan, because I don't want anyone to be like, because I know that there's a couple walkers in here that you're like, like meh, right? Like, because they put a couple in that are mediocre, right? We all know this. So anyway, that's what's going to happen with those bad boys right there. Where did I put that box? There it is. And then, so that will get added into that pile, and that'll at least give us 8 more months of Patron grab bag bonuses, right? For the grand prize, which is good. Because, I mean, hopefully in that time, we will also pull some other cards that will go into that pile as well. Like, we just pulled a Karn that got put into that pile, which is great. So it'll be nice to pull some more from the One on Everything series. That will go into that pile, but who knows? You never know what you're going to get out of those packs, because it's always random, right? And then I have another thing that I'm going to be doing for patrons as well. And by that I mean one patron will have a chance to win. And that is... this guy. This one right here. At some point, this will be part of the Patron pile, probably. You'll get everything. You'll get the die, you'll get the pin, you'll get the sticker, you'll just get the box. I'll just ship you the box, even unopened, because it's not a booster pack, so it's not random. So I can ship this without having to worry too much. So that will be the one of the things that a patron can get at some point. I don't know when it'll be, but it'll be. This is the only one I have that's extra, and it was because I don't know how I ended up with a second Golgari one, but I did. I have one of every one, but I got a second Golgari somehow, and I don't know where it came from or how I got it, but here it is. I have it. So at some point, someone will get a chance to win a sweet pin and a deck. This is another thing to add to the patron pile, right? Why not? Right? So, I think that's everything that's going on right now. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about or show to you, to be honest. What do you guys think? You want to just call it a day, or do you want to shoot the shit for a little longer? I mean, I can show you a number of things, I guess. From my binders and stuff. I don't know if you care about seeing my binders. What have I got in this one? I think this is my Morning Tide binder. Oh no, this is the empty binder. So I most likely won't add any of the mats you see on my channel. Mainly because I like to rotate my mats on a regular basis. So that each week is a different mat, and I like to have a variety. So I doubt I'll ever get rid of any, but if I do pick up a bunch at, like, you know, a GP or something, then I might add some. So that's a thing. You only have 2 of each of the RNA guilds. Ah, see? So you could use the Golgari one, then, is what you're saying, because it's from the original. However, I'm also thinking about adding my Nirvana playmats as one of the things you can pick. So, like, you know how we have the deck box? I think I'm going to add the playmats as well, so that if you don't want a deck box, since I only have one deck box left, it's this red one. If you don't want the red deck box, you can take a playmat instead if you want, right? Because it's about, you know, it's not over 40, but it's like a $35 thing for me to ship it to you. So, and I mean, by that I mean it costs me about $30 per mat almost, right? And then there's about $5 to ship it. So I think a mat is a reasonable thing as well. And of course I'll sign the mat. If I send the Nirvana mat and that's what you pick, I'll sign it for you and ship it out. So I think that's another thing I'll add to the grand prize pool, just as an option. Like, it won't be another card in the pool to pick from. It'll be just the same card as the deck box. And then you use your mat every time. That's awesome, Tony. I'm super stoked about that. That's super awesome. So let's take a look at this binder. This is the shiny binder. This is the one that you guys will be like, "Oh, that's a shiny binder." So let's just take a quick little gander at this one, right? Let's see if we can, like, diffuse the light a little bit so that it's not, like, blaring into the cards. There, how's that? Can you guys see that okay? This is the fancy binder. So that's a foil Ulamog and a foil Emrakul, both from Modern Masters 2015. A foil Ajani, which shouldn't actually be in this binder. Then, of course, we have our box toppers. Right? We've got Sigarda, Liliana, Goryo's, Kitchen Finks, Creeping Tar Pit, Mana Vault, Tarmogoyf, and Lavaclaw Reaches. Pretty sweet. You would need my mat as an addition to the land, and over time you would collect my signed lands. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I think I said that to Eric. Because Eric won the deck box and he asked for the signed land, and I said, I have no problem giving you the signed land, but I'm not giving you the sleeve that it's in, because I need the sleeve to keep it so that I can use it so that all the cards have the same yellow back, right? Because I don't want to have to go out and buy another set of those yellow Eclipse sleeves just to get the rest of them in the same color sleeves. So anyway, this is foil white cards. So we've got foil Wrath of God, foil Ghostly Prison, foil Yosei the Morning Star, foil Thalia, Path to Exile, right? There's more over on this side. We've got some foil ley lines. This whole binder is foil. So except for the stuff at the very back, which is like promos and things. So then you've got Linvala, Stony Silence, Mom, Rest in Peace. You got a foil As Foretold here, foil Force of Will. Some foil Mystical Tutors, a foil Vendilion Click. Foil Surgical Extractions. Eh? Eh? How about those ones? There's some foil surgical extractions. Damnation foil. Sheoldred promos from 2011. Foil Death Shadow in the bottom corner here. Foil Damnation, of course. Some foil Viscera Seers. Foil Necropotence. Bitter Blossom. Some of these cards you may have seen me open on my channel. Another foil Bitter Blossom, also from Modern Masters. Then we got our red cards here. These are funny. These are funny to me because I opened up, I think, a case of... no, not a case. I opened up 3 boxes or 4 boxes. Why can't I zoom in and scroll up or down? Yeah, that is an awkward thing, isn't it? I mean, I can do this. But then you can't see everything. So that's not great. But I could do this. Hold on. I could bring you guys down a little bit closer to the table. And I could like maybe turn the light a little bit more so that it's more of like a diffused light. And then I could push this up. Oh, careful. Careful, light. Don't go falling over. How's that? Is that a little bit better? It's not really much better, to be completely honest. We've got some foil Blood Moons down here. Another foil Blood Moon on this side. And, not to spoil anything, but there will be another foil Blood Moon joining that party. Lil to the left? Lil to the left like this. The problem with putting it to the left like this is that now you can't see this side. So when I flip this page over, you can't see what's over there. I have to come back. Right? And then you can't even see this because it's super shiny from that light. Well, that's why I think I like the idea of like putting you up a little bit so that you can see everything. Also, I have a stack of cards here that's sort of in the way, so let me see if I can move it. There. How's that? Is that better? Is that a better location for this? We can turn on the overhead light too. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. How's that? Yeah, they're 4 wide. Yeah, that's one of the problems. So of course we've got Noble Hierarch, Sylvan Library foils, some Birds of Paradise promos. This is Jordan. I don't know if Jordan's still here, but that's the card. Jordan's been asking me about this card for the last I don't know how long. That is a foil Deranged Hermit. That is a card, let me tell you. It'd go perfectly with his foil Squirrel Nest that he got. We'll shift it back this way. How's that? So, of course, we've got a few here. Foil Heritage Druid, foil Rex Sage, foil Tarmogoyf. Oh man, YouTube is so silly. I don't know why it does that. I have the same problem, Molnick, when I'm in chat with people. I like to type small, just kind of like, that looks good. Yeah, okay, cool, thanks, lol. And then like, it just is like, you can't send any more messages. And I'm like, come on, man. Why? Why? Like, and I wish I could change it, because I don't care about that. I wish there was a setting on my side that I could set to be like, do not prevent people from sending messages too quickly. because I don't care. Right? Like, if someone comes in and starts spamming, I'll just ban them or whatever. That's how a chat room works, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm used to Twitch, where the Twitch... Yeah, but like, in Twitch, I can turn that setting off, and then if someone does it, I can ban them out of chat, right? So... The most you like is the foil replenish. So, did we actually... I don't know if we actually went over it yet. I think it's at the back. I'll have to see. I think I have it at the back with my promos. The craziest card that I have, from what I remember, I don't know if it's in here still. I think, did we miss it? Is it in here? It's not in here. I don't know where it is then. I'll have to find it. Ooh, that's awkward, isn't it? That's awkward. Awkward! I feel like it should be in here, but it's not. So maybe I traded it away and didn't realize, but I don't think I would have traded it. I have a promo Snapcaster Mage somewhere. So we've got, of course, you know, foil Spell Queller, Kitchen Finks, Obsidat, which is no longer a thing, I guess. How about some foil Manamorphos? What's that sitting at these days? Oh, you know what? Molnick. Maholnick. You know what, Maholnick? Now that you mention that, you've refreshed my memory. So there was a time ago where I had all these ambitions. And one of those ambitions was to build decks submitted by you guys to play on my channel. And someone gave me a whole bunch of lists to play. And one of those people was Father Frodo. And so I started building them. So here is a standard mill that you sent me. And here is a commander deck. I think Keranos commander deck, I believe, that you sent me. And that I put together. Look, you see, I've got like almost all the cards in this deck. Chandra Pyromancer foil. And like, I just was like, if I have the foils, I'll just put them in, because why not? And now that you mention it, I think I put him into here. Tameo, Jace, there he is. So you remember this, Father Frodo? You probably remember this. And for those of you out there that don't remember, I did at one time have some sort of like grand idea that I would actually get to do gameplay on my channel. I haven't. I filmed the first episode of the Stubborn Salmon Commander Deck Showdown, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it was set up. I thought it was very, very amateur. I didn't like it. I was like, I filmed it. I started editing it, and I was like, ugh. I was like, I don't like it. I want it to be more interesting. It just was not interesting enough. So I just never got around to continuing it. I have my top-down setup for filming a top-down table for gameplay, but the camera I have, this camera right here, doesn't shoot in 4K. So you can see, like, it's kind of blurry, right? Like, you're not really seeing these words properly and stuff because it's focusing on my hands. But even when I move my hands away, where's it focusing? It's focusing, like, here, and the rest of this crap is all blurry, right? So that was the problem I was having with with the top-down shot for the Commander game is that I couldn't zoom in to one side of the table or the other to show off what was going on in the editor, because it would just go super blurry because it was already blurry from being so far away. And I was like, ugh. So I'm actually in the market right now, and I'm looking at getting some better camera. I'm actually looking at getting a 4K GoPro to use, believe it or not, which was recommended to me actually by the LRR crew. If you don't know who LRR are, they are Loading Ready Run. They do all the pre-releases for all of the new sets that are coming out. They also do a lot of other Magic content. They do Friday nights on YouTube. So I met with them in PAX South and hung out with them a bunch. And then I actually tweeted at Graham Stark, who is one of the founding members of Loading Ready Run. And I asked him, I said, like, what would you recommend for like a more mobile sort of setup for camera for top-down shots? And he's the one who said, you know, the 4K GoPro is amazing because it shoots in 4K. It's so small, it's so compact, and you can like do so much with it. And I was like, huh, interesting. So I'm actually looking into it and trying to see what I can figure out. And then he also made the comment, he's like, you know, also the lighting plays a big role. And I was like, yeah, I've got the lighting pretty much figured out. I have a lot of lights that are kicking around. I just need to figure out a better way to diffuse them so that they don't give so much of a shine. But then once I get that figured out, it should be okay. So anyway, should be interesting. It's coming. It's coming. 4K GoPro, yeah. So like there's a bunch, all of the new GoPros all shoot in 4K now. So that's good. The problem is that the microphones on GoPros, and I mentioned this to Graham when I was talking to him, I said the mics on GoPros are garbage. So like if you're using it for like a mobile recording, what do you do? And he was like, oh, well, they have an adapter, an official adapter from GoPro that allows you to plug in like an aftermarket microphone right into the GoPro and use it as the external mic. And I was like, okay, that's cool, sweet. And so I looked into it. The adapter is like sold out everywhere. Like there's a couple of them available on Amazon, but they're like $300, $400. And I'm like, Jeebus, right? And on like GoPro's website, the thing is like, I think $60 or $70, right? And that's Canadian, right? So like, I was like, what the hell is with the price? Well, on GoPro's website, it's sold out. It's not available. So I talked to GoPro and I was like, hey, when is this coming back? And they were like, it's coming back, but we don't know when. And I was like, how does that help anybody? Like, and if it's sold out on GoPro's official website, no wonder the aftermarket ones on Amazon and stuff are ridiculously overpriced because they're not available anywhere, which is why they're so overpriced. So anyway, here you can see the Grand Prix lands. There they are. Look at those bad boys right there. I almost have a foil playset of Bloodstained Myers, which is pretty sweet. We've also got 2 more foil Wastelands here. I had 3. Eric bought one. Eric, you bought the one that was right here. See this empty gap? I left it empty to remind me of you. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I left it empty because I have nothing else to put in there at the moment. And then, of course, I've got the Rebecca Gay Lance that came in the, the buy-the-box promo packs. I've got my foil John Avon Unstable Plains. Ziraland thanks you. So I've got my foil Unstable land, and then, of course, some foil full art lands, which are no longer, like, these are not super pricey, but, it's nice to have them in a binder. Then, of course, I've got, like, some Fire Bluff Canals. And then here you move on to, like, the fancy stuff, which is here's all my expeditions. Most of these expeditions I got from Stubborn Salmon when I bought his collection from him. There's 2 Misty Rainforests. 2 Twilight Mires. 2 Wooded Foothills. One of which we opened in our Masterpiece Monday. I mean, yes and no, Tony. Just a basic land that says Eric was here. Yeah, I mean, that's what I should do. I should put it in there, just like a little piece of paper that says Eric Eric stole me. Eric stole me. Wait, here's the Wasteland that you didn't buy, though, Eric. I mean, I didn't tell you I had this one, but there's that one. I don't know if that's the fancier version. It's probably a little bit pricier than what you were looking to pay. As for the lands, yeah, the Swirly Islands. The Swirly Islands is probably one of my favorite island arts. I don't play a lot of blue, so it doesn't really matter to me too much, but it is one of my favorite arts. Of course, we've got the rest of these here. You know, Marsh Flats, Stomping Grounds, all these good stuff, right? Most of these are just one-offs. I only think I have like one of each. Most of them I got from Salmon, like I said, right? And then, of course, we can move into inventions, right? Who doesn't like inventions? These are spaced out to show you the gaps I'm missing. So I have 2, 3, 4, and 10. So I'm missing a bunch here, right? But the plan is to eventually fill out the collection so that I have one of each, right? That's the plan. Don't know when that's going to happen, but it is the plan. And then, of course, Invocations is next, and it's the same idea. They're spaced out properly so that I've got the gaps where the ones I'm missing are present. You know, like you know which ones you're missing based on the number. It goes all the way up to here, which is 52 of 54, so 54 would be the last one, which is here. And then we move into, like, the promos and stuff. So I've got, like, you know, my promo Galta and, like, you know, Sissy's Legacy, a foiled Treetop Village that I got from somebody. Some of the From the Vaults Lands one. Here's the Fatal Pushes that Tony gave me graciously. I didn't have any of these, so Tony sent these to me. Very nice. Yes, the Soul Ring, yes. I think the Soul Ring was one of the ones I opened. We can go back. Paradox Engine, too. Good old Paradox Engine. Yeah, down here. So the Soul Ring, and of course Mox Opal, which is also just another phenomenal card. But the Soul Ring is actually one that I opened, and you can tell which ones I opened by the blue sleeves. If they're in a blue sleeve like this, it means that I opened it most likely. Because all the ones that I got from Salmon, I just left in the black sleeves that he gave them to me in. Right? Of course, there were a couple that were in sleeves that were like pretty damaged. So like this Platinum Angel and I think this Sword of Feast and Famine, I didn't open them. Somebody else opened them. The Worm Coil Engine. Yeah, so the promos, this is where Tony enjoys. Of course, we've got another Rebecca Gay Island here. I don't know why it's back here and not with the others, but there it is. So then, of course, you've got your Braids. You've got Growing Rights of Itlamok. A Heroic Intervention. Those are from the pre-release kits. Cultivator of Blades. And a lot of these promos, like here's some promos that I got from Father Frodo. Right? He gave me some Russian promos, so they're in here. Actually, one of the Russian promos that you gave me, someone actually bought it from me. And it wasn't like I didn't put it up to sell it anywhere. He was just here looking at cards. It was actually the guy who traded a bunch of stuff. He wanted a Scrap Heap Scrounger. I think that was the one, right? The scrap heap trawler or scrounger or whatever. And he's like, I want the promo one specifically. And I was like, the only promo one I have is this Russian one. And he was like, yeah, that's perfect. I'll take it. And I was like, okay. I mean, like, I guess. So, I mean, I apologize if you wanted me to keep it, but I traded it to him because he wanted it. So, and I wasn't using it. So I hope that's okay with you. I have the others. Of course, we've got our Essence Extractions and things like that. And then we've got, of course, the card that Rick gave us. Good old Donald Trump right there. You know? And then, of course, we have a couple of the flip lands. I think we have... That's a Dantos. We have Treasure Cove. We have Temple of... We have a Search for Azcanta somewhere. I don't know where it is, though. Or did I put it... Maybe I put it into this pile. Was it in here? We do have a Search for Azcanta promo, which is a crazy promo. Cryptic Command, Stifle Foil. We do have a Search for Azcanta promo somewhere. I don't know where it is. It probably got put into a deck as well. I just don't know which one. It's not in there, though. Yeah. I didn't have all of them. In fact, actually, I got a bunch of these from you, Father Frodo, because you had extras. So I sold, or I shouldn't say, I didn't sell. I traded one to MTG Unscrewed of the promo Search for Azcantas. And I don't know what I did with the other one. I know I have it. I had two, which is why I didn't mind parting with one. And I definitely didn't sell the other one, so I don't know where it is. But it was in here. I still don't think it's behind here. I think this is the same. Yeah, Treasure Cove. So of course that's like the treasure map, right? And then, of course, I put my Vengeful Rebirth foil that I opened in here because I wanted to keep it. You're missing the Itlamok, Tony? Is that what you're saying? And then there you go. And I have like a bunch of other promos and stuff that I haven't added to the binder because I want to move my promos to another binder just so that I can have the space for the expeditions, because the expeditions need to be spaced out more to match up properly with where they go. But yeah, so that's like that's the fancy foil binder. So that's that one. And of course, I have, you know, all my other binders labeled like lands, expensive lands. I have all the colors spaced out and such. Let's see. I have this guy, which is my Walker binder. So, you know, of course I've got all my white dudes and my blue dudes, my baby Jaces, my Jace the Mind Sculptors. I think there's some more Jace the Mind Sculptors around here somewhere too. Oh, maybe not. Of course, we've got our Lilianas of the Veil. There is two here, so we technically have a playset in here. I only have one copy of Liliana the Last Hope. Out of all of the Eldritch Moon I opened, I only got one copy of this. Which doesn't surprise me that she's worth like $30 or $40 or whatever nonsense. Here's my Chandra's Torch of Defiance. So a couple of these need to come out of this binder and go into my Kaladesh binder like I showed you earlier. She was missing out of there. So she'll need to go in there. We've got our green ones here too. Baby Nissa, some Garruk, a bunch of Voice of Zendikars, a couple Vital Force. And of course we've got our multicolor ones. This Nahiri I got from somebody because the only Nahiri I opened out of Shadows over Innistrad was foil. Why isn't it by a 3x4? I don't know. It just isn't. I don't know. It just isn't. Because I don't have as many walkers as I have the rest of the stuff, right? So the walker binder doesn't need to be as big. And there you go. And then I think, yeah, so then I also have the foil walkers are in the back here. So there's an Ajani promo, so that other Ajani that's foil should be in here with this. There's a Liliana Death's Mastery foil promo. We've got a Koth from one of the dual decks. A Domri foil from Modern Masters. Two Liliana Vesses. One is the promo one from whatever that is. I think it's one of the Planeswalker decks, I want to say. We also have this Ugin right here. Look at that bad boy. This one's an interesting story. This is an interesting story. Which Domri do you mean? Do you mean the new Domri or the old Domri? Because I have the old Domri in here, just not the new one. Because the new one I haven't sorted into these binders yet because I still need to fill out their sets. So this Ugin is the promo Ugin that came out of those, like the Ugin, the Fate Reforged, like, tiny packs of, like, 3 cards or whatever. So this was the Ugin that you could get out of those. I don't know how much it was, or how much it is now, but when I opened it, it was like $150 or some nonsense. Liliana the Last Hope is around 40 plus, yeah. The promo Ugin is so cool. So the story behind this is really interesting, actually. So I don't know who of you out there have been watching MTG videos on YouTube and for how long and all that kind of stuff, but you remember a couple years back, this was like probably, I want to say just before I started getting into filming all my box openings. There was a company in the States somewhere called Darium's. Who there still exist as far as I know. And I think they moved mostly onto Pokemon cards. Okay. But for a little while, they did like a grab bag type thing, like what I do with the patrons, right? Except that what it was is it's like, we have 5,000 packs and you can buy as many as you want. And what you get in it is you get like, a couple rares and a couple uncommons, commons. I think you got 4 cards in each pack. And each pack was, I think, $5. Right? And they had things in there like you would get a card that said, hey, you're getting a Black Lotus or something along those lines. Like, they had like little inserts to give you like the high price cards that they put in the giveaway. You can buy them just under $200 in the US. Jeez. So anyway, I got this out of one of those packs. And it was apparently, I didn't know it at the time when I opened it because I had just started getting into this kind of stuff. I had no idea that it was $150. And Darium's had actually listed this as one of their hits out of like the high-end hits. So they had some stuff that was like the grand prize stuff. Like I think they had a Mox and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly, Kyra. So they had a Moxen and they did a Black Lotus one time and they did a bunch of like, revised duels and stuff. And then they had like the section that was like over 100 but under the like high end, right? So not over like $300 but still over 100, right? And this was one of the cards that they listed and I had no idea because I hadn't watched their video before ordering. So what I did is I ordered 10 packs from them, $50. Right? And I opened them all up and I actually recorded it. I think it's like one of the first videos on my channel here. Is me opening up these grab bags from Darium's. And I opened this. And you'll see my reaction when I opened it. My reaction when I opened it was like, oh, cool, an Ugin. Ugin's a sweet card. Right? Like, and I had like nothing in my, because at the time I didn't know that this was like, I was like, oh, cool, it's like a promo Ugin. And then I think I talked about like it's actually damaged. Like, it actually had some, like, damage on it. So let me see if I can pull it out and show it off. It's got, like, a weird... Is it on the back? No, it's on the front. So you guys can't really see it. I don't think. I don't know if I can even... See if I can get it out. Come out of your perfect fit sleeve. Okay. So... If you guys can see the black border at the bottom, you see in this corner here, where it's got a kind of like a weird, focus here. Okay, you can kind of see it. See it? It's like, it's kind of like a weird washed out corner down here. See it? See how it's kind of like miscolored? It almost looks like it's got like a little bit of water damage or someone had taken like an eraser to the top layer. Or like they had dipped it in glue or like patched it up with something. Like it looks like it got stuck in something. I don't know exactly what it was or what it is. It's hard to see it. Like, and the rest of like the edging and the back and everything looks perfect. So unless you're specifically looking at the front in that corner, you'd have no idea that it has any kind of damage to it. But it definitely does. And I think I comment on it in the video and I'm like, oh, it's got a little bit of damage. That kind of sucks. Like, I mean, it's a sweet promo card, but it sucks that it's got like a little bit of a weird kind of like scuff on it. I don't know why that would be. It seems weird. Like they say everything is like near mint basically, but like, you know, oh well. So anyway, I guess they got a whole bunch of flack, for like, apparently their grab bags or whatever being like just garbage. Like people were like really like upset because like the people who got the grand prizes didn't get recorded or like nobody filmed opening them. So like they thought that, oh, maybe Darium's just kept all the money and kept all the high-end cards and just resold them and kept all the money. I don't know if that's what happened. I have no idea. I didn't really look into it. I just know that they disappeared. They just like stopped doing any of those magic things. And I was kind of like, oh, that sucks. Cause like, I mean, I enjoy the thrill of the hunt, the thrill of the chase. So for me, having those grab bags and having that chance to like win something big is kind of cool. I like that. Right. But I mean, like, it's not for everybody, obviously. And I mean, that's what sort of like why I sort of do the grab bags the way I do it is I put a bunch of good cards in there and set it up so that people have a chance to pull good stuff, right? Like you pay in $5 a month. I mean, you pay $8 for your grab bags because it's $3 for shipping for me to the US, right? But like really the grab bag's only $5 US for you guys. Yeah, you pay $8, but that's because the $3 covers the shipping for me to ship it to the States, right? Like, so really you're paying $5 for those grab bags. And I don't know, most of you are walking away with at least $5 of value, right? And sometimes you get a little bit under 5, right? If you get really unlucky with your pulls and stuff. But I think like the extra pull pile has added an extra value to what you guys get, right? And I think that the value that I'm giving back to you guys is great, to be honest. I mean, like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, it's definitely the best and you can't find better. Like, that's not what I'm looking for here. What I'm saying is like, I think that I'm giving you back a fair value for what you're paying in, right? At least that's what I want it to be. So if there's ever any problem with it, I want you to let me know. I want you to tell me. Like, if you ever have an issue with it or you think like a card is not worth it, like, I want you to tell me because I want to fix it. I want to make sure that you guys think what you're getting back is at least worth the money you're putting in. Right? Exactly. So like Tony says, like, he's been a patron for 2 years. He has no problem. And that's great. I love that. Right? But I want to make sure that everyone feels that way. I want to make sure that everyone knows, you know, like, and honestly, there's people that are going to be like, oh, it's definitely, you know, like I'm getting just my value back and it's not worth it. There's going to be people like that. There always is, right? There's going to be people who are always going to be greedy and wanting more than what they want, more than what they pay in, right? That's just how the world is these days, which is unfortunate. But I want to make sure that everyone thinks, or at least feels like they're getting back at least their value, if not more, right? Well, all my prices are in US now, though, Bro Conky. So everything's in US now rather than it being in Canadian. So everything's in the US dollar, so there's no conversion anymore. So what I do is I actually take the TCG low market price and I drop it to 80%. Or 88%, I think, is what I have it set to. So I have all my cards priced at 88% of whatever the low market value is. So it's at least a few dollars, if not more than that, under what TCG is selling those cards for. That's just what I do with all of my cards. Well, that's the idea, Cairo, is that like the patron pile is to reward loyalty. So like for those of you who continue to support, I really appreciate it, and that's why I started doing the patron pile, because I wanted to give you guys something extra every month for essentially help supporting me every month, right? And the money that you guys give me every month, I take that money and I literally use it to buy the one of everything from those stores, right? That's what I use that money for. So I figure if I'm not keeping those cards and you guys are paying me to buy those cards, why shouldn't you guys get the rewards out of it, right? I think that's only fair. So I think that's why I do it that way. I mean, that's a little bit too much of a behind the curtain look at how I feel about things, but I mean, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, I just want to make sure that all of you enjoy what you get and enjoy the content. And I really want to make more content and better content and different content. I don't know. I'm getting a little worn down on a few things, right? And sometimes it's hard, right? Sometimes it's hard. Like, I'll get a lot of my videos that aren't cracking packs aren't well viewed or well received. And so it really disheartens me to think like, oh, well, should I try even doing anything different than just cracking packs? Because I mean, I kind of want to, but at the same time, if it's not well received, and I'm no editor by any means, right? This is the other problem, right? I'm not an editor by any means, so like my video editing skills are subpar at best, I would say. So, and I don't have a lot of time to devote to editing, which is another problem, right? In fact, what was it? Sam from Ristic Studies, he just posted a bunch of his rule book that he uses for when he makes content. And I read through it, and a lot of it makes sense. But I looked at it and I went, yeah, but the problem I have is I don't have the time to devote to it. And I know that sometimes is a cop-out, right? People are like, if you don't have the time for it, you shouldn't be doing it, right? Or if you don't have the time for it and you want to do it, you should be making the time to do it. And saying that you don't have enough time is a cop-out. Well, I have my fingers in a lot of pies. Like I stream on Twitch 4 days a week. I do the YouTube stuff. I have a 9-to-5 job to help me pay my bills, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on in my life, right? So I appreciate it. I appreciate it, everybody. I just want to make sure that everybody enjoys the content, right? I just want to make sure that everybody enjoys the content and that the content I'm putting out is quality enough that you're enjoying it. That's all, right? And I'm not saying that there aren't other people out there that you should be watching, because there definitely are, right? There are definitely some solid people out there that are pumping out stuff that is awesome, right? Like I haven't watched any of Spice Rack's stuff until just the last video that he released the other day, because everyone was talking about it, and I went and watched it, and it is really good. If you have not watched any of Spice Rack's stuff yet, you should definitely check it out. And he blew up. Like, that channel blew up, right? But rightly so, because they're putting in some solid work effort, and they're putting out some solid content. And even Groucho, he started to put out like the sort of like deep dives into like the guilds and stuff, right? Like the one that caught my eye the first time when he released it was the Ravnica Noir, right? And it was really well done. And what he did was, I thought it was great, right? And so if you're not watching him, you should be watching him as well, right? Like, there's so many people out there that are putting out so many good things. And the podcast, let me tell you guys about this podcast, because holy crap, I've been wanting to do this podcast. I've had this idea for this podcast. I showed you guys the splash screen that I made. I want to put it out so badly, but I can never get the first panel of judges that I had signed on together at the same time to record the first episode. And it's super, super frustrating for me, because I have all of the stuff. I have like the whole thing like structured and scheduled, and like I have it all written out, and I have all the lore done and everything, and I'm like, I just want to record it. Can we just record it? Can you guys give me half an hour of your time and we can record this episode? Like, not even, I need an hour probably. Probably need an hour of your time to record it. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I don't know. We'll get there. It will get there. And running the shop too. Oh man, running the shop is a beast, right? It's not a one-man job to run a card shop, especially even in online, right? Like, if I was running the card shop by itself and doing none of the other stuff, no Twitch, no YouTube, none of that, then yeah, I could definitely do it. And the shop would be more well organized and more well stocked, and the prices would be updated more regularly, and like, oh yeah, like, it would be much easier. But I'm thankful of the new tool. Crystal Commerce has been great. A lot of the stuff is automated, which is great. I've been able to import the new sets and stuff without any issue. The main issue I have now is inventorying all of my product and getting all up onto the website so that it's available for sale. That's the biggest problem I have. Once that's all done, holy moly. And then even that, like, if it takes off, which would be great, I'd have to, I had an order come in on Tuesday for this, right? For this. I haven't had a chance to mail it out yet, and I feel terrible, right? And I sold this card for $10 instead of $30, right? Which I shouldn't have done, right? I should not have sold this card for $30 or for $10. I should have sold it for $25 maybe, right? But not $10, right? But he got it on the site before I had updated the prices. So that's my fault, not the customer's fault, right? So I have to get this card mailed out, but I haven't had a chance because I have a 9-to-5 job, and I haven't been able to get to the post office. So you know, it's there's a lot. There's a lot. So much sorting. There's so much sorting. You have no idea. I mean, you probably have some idea, but you have no idea. My room is literally littered with boxes and trays of cards. In fact, I have this studio. The studio back here behind me is a green screen. The wall is a green screen. So the wall's painted green. And I actually have a VR headset and stuff. And I set up the room originally to be able to do VR in it. I can't do VR in it right now because there's so much stuff all over the floor from me, like, just having binders and stuff laid out because I'm sorting through things and, like, fixing stuff that I can't do any of the VR stuff now if I wanted to. I don't have the room to do it. It'll get back to it eventually. I'll be able to get back to the point where I can do VR again, which is great. But right now I can't. Can't do it. Holy moly. And yeah, so get ready too. So for those of you who are still kicking around, thank you for being here. Thank you everyone who stopped by and watched the grab bags and things. Let me just get a drink here. My throat is getting super dry. Oh man. There we go. So you know what? It's funny, Brocock. I actually have a buddy who has offered to help with the site. And he's helping by essentially just sorting cards. So right now he has my Ravnica Allegiances set. He's sorting it and inventorying it, and he's going to give it back to me. And then I can upload it onto the website. And his payment for that is that he can basically just take any commons and uncommons he wants out of the set and keep them for himself. And then if there's a couple rares and things that he needs, as long as they're not like super high priced, he can have those as well. So there's a lot. There's a lot. Maholnick. Ooh, you got an unstable box arriving? That's pretty sweet. No worries, Tornado Joe. Enjoy your arena. But that's what we're, you know, it's a good segue. It's a good segue because we're going to talk about arena. Those of you out here who play arena, so you'll know that last month we did our Patron Arena Day on a Saturday. So based on the poll from a few months ago, let me go see if I can pull it up. Where are you? Where are you, Patreon? Okay, Patreon posts published. Here, this one. View. That's what. Nope, that's not the one. Where is this? Patreon. Here, this one. Here. Okay. So, I put up a poll a while back. For those of you who didn't know, the poll was to talk about playing MTG Arena against patrons. So I wanted to do a day each month where the patrons would get to play me in Arena and just play for fun and come and hang out and shoot the shit and play some sweet MTG, right? Why not, right? So we did one a few Saturdays ago. The poll ended up being like a little bit split because what I wanted to figure out was what the best day was for everybody. And I got 8 votes, only 8 votes, but I got 4 for Saturday, 3 for Sunday, and 1 for Friday. So we're going to alternate between Saturdays and Sundays. I'm sorry to whoever voted for Friday, but I can't really do Friday nights because Friday nights are already scheduled for a D&D. So I can't do Friday nights, unfortunately. But Saturdays and Sundays, I can generally get one a month where I can do it, right? So we're going to alternate between Saturdays and Sundays. So last month was Saturday, so this month will be Sunday. So some Sunday this month, probably next weekend. Yeah, probably the 13th, 14th, or the 20th. So it'll either be the 14th or the 21st. Probably the 14th, because I think the 21st is a long weekend, right? If I'm not mistaken. When is Easter? Easter is at some point. When are you, Easter? Yeah, Easter's the 20th weekend. So we'll say the 14th then. So on the 14th, we will do another Patron Arena challenge day, I guess is what you want to call it. So come, bring your arena decks. You don't have to bring jank, but you don't have to bring tier 1 or 2 decks. By all means, the decks that I have that are built are not tier 1 by any means. I don't play competitively on arena. I think I'm in like gold. I'm in gold 4 in constructed, and I think I'm in like platinum 4 in limited at the moment. I'm by no means competitive in the constructed scene, so in the one-on-one challenges, it'll be specifically for constructed. And so if there's decks that you want me to build to play on those days, by all means, shoot me a little like list or a thing and be like, hey, I'd like you to like build a deck around this card or like build a deck around that card, and I'll do it. I'll do it on the stream, and we'll build it, and then we'll play it against people and see how bad it is or how good it is, and then maybe we'll tweak it. Like maybe we can do that. Maybe that's what we'll do for our patron things. Is like we'll take patron suggestions for what to build around, and then we'll build a deck around a card from the set, and then we'll work our way through improving the deck by putting new cards in, taking cards out, that kind of stuff. Maybe that's something we'll do. Maybe that's what we'll do. So it'll be the 14th, most likely Sunday the 14th. So I'll make a post on Patreon as well so that everyone knows. So make sure you tune in. We'll probably start it around like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., somewhere in there, and go until 4 or 5 p.m. A couple hours, right? We'll get a bunch of games in. Last time we started at 2, and we were gonna go to 5, but then by 4 o'clock I was like, okay, I've played everyone who's here a few times each. Well, let's call it a day, right? So I think we did a draft and then we called it a day. I think you can only challenge for Singleton if it's actually an available format at the time, but we can check it. Singleton would be hilarious too. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Kyra, that's fine. That intro Merfolk deck is actually pretty good. Like, it's not bad. And Bro Conky, that's awesome. You pulled your first Force of Will. That's sweet. That's sweet. And thank you, Eric. I'm just getting caught up on all the chat messages that I missed while I was ranting, because I had a bunch of other screens open and I had chat closed. So I apologize for not responding to your messages earlier. I appreciate it, Eric. I appreciate all of you, to be honest. I appreciate everyone who watches. I appreciate everyone who is a patron. I appreciate anyone who just, follows me on Twitter and retweets things and makes other people known, tell your friends and all that kind of stuff. I appreciate all of that. Anything that you can do to help exposure and stuff for me is great. I appreciate it all. Yeah, you can also do some sort of commander, but without a commander, meaning like 100 card deck Singleton. Yeah, I mean, like, that's also a thing, right? We could definitely set something up like that. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. Like, there's definitely a few things. What is this? What happened here? I received a payment. Oh no, Kairu, what have you done? Did you order something from the website? Is that what happened? Did you order some cards? Now that you got your coupon that you could use? Yeah. Yeah, you did. What is your order though? So that I know what to get for you. Got that and that. Okay. I will make sure that those get added into your envelope, okay, Kyra? I may or may not have ordered some cards. Well, I can see it on my back-end system, so I know that you did. All right, that will be mailed out with your grab bags for sure, Kyra. So thank you so much. And holy moly, I think we're gonna call it there because my voice is starting to get like super dry and scratchy. So I think I should probably stop talking for a little while. Actually, you know what I get to go do now? I get to go and do a bunch of plumbing, because we got a new tap for our bathroom because the old tap broke. And I told my wife that I would fix it today since it came yesterday. We ordered it online and it came yesterday. So she's like, "You gonna fix it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll fix it. I will replace the tap in the bathroom. That is my job for the day. So I got to go do that now. So I will stuff some envelopes either later today or tomorrow, and I'll get everything mailed out tomorrow so that it all goes out Monday from the post office. So hopefully you guys will get your cards by the end of next week, or at least the beginning of the following week. It shouldn't take too long since everything's pretty much goes by regular mail. So I would say generally somewhere between 3 to 7 business days is about what it takes to get there. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, depends on processing, and sometimes the border holds things up. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it, and thank you for putting up with my rambling, because I ramble so much. Was that you all this time? And Father Frodo, you, sir, I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm gonna have to mail you your old grab bag, because your old grab bag came back to me. So I'll mail out both to you in one envelope, and hopefully it gets there this time. Man, I hope so too, Maholnik. Let's hope together for some sweet masterpieces. Let's hope for some sweet masterpieces. But we love your rambling. Well, that's good. I'm glad. But I mean, I'm not going to do rambling videos that often. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Or have a great day, I guess. And all that jazz. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. And we'll see you all next time. And as always, may your pulls ever be better.